I wanted to share with you part number 2 of replacing the dryer outlet. As you can see here, we were cutting it close. This wire, this cable was seeing high temperatures. I don't know if you can see in the video, but that one wire was seeing temperatures so high that it made the cable brittle. So I purchased a Romex clamp and 10-3 cable. 10-3 cable has a ground as well, so it's 3 insulated wires and a bare ground. Then I guesstimated how long the cable was going to be, and I secured the Romex clamp to it. There was already a knockout available, so I fit the cable through there, and then I secured the Romex clamp with a lock ring. And to tighten the lock ring, I used a hammer and a screwdriver. Just a few taps, that thing turns and it locks into place. The previous outlet, when I took a measurement, the voltages were erratic. So once I had everything secured up there, I cut more sheetrock and I drilled holes through the studs. Some of those holes were not exactly in the middle, so I bought some nail plates to protect that cable. Then I covered up those sheetrock holes because I needed to step away. The next day I continued on, drilled more holes, pulled the cable, and cut the hole for the outlet. I made it big enough for this box to be mounted. This box, it's what we call an old work box. This is all they had at the store, so it works. When you tighten it, those little wings swing out and tighten up against the sheetrock. So then I cut the sheathing of the cable, separated the wires, stripped them, and got them ready to be landed on the outlet. This is the correct outlet. It has the 2 phases, a neutral and a ground. The neutral goes to the silver screw, the ground wire goes to the green, and the 2 phases go to the brass looking screws. Then I tighten the outlet into the box. After that I put the cover on. This cover uses 4 screws to be secured. So this breaker needed to be replaced. I unscrewed the wires from the old cable, got the wires out of the way, and then I removed the breaker. This one was a little stuck, so I had to use a little screwdriver to push it off. If you have to do that, make sure that you make sure that the other breaker that you were using as leverage doesn't come loose, so I had to push the other one back. As you can see, whoever wired this circuit used the wrong size breaker. For 10 gauge, you're supposed to use a 30 amp breaker, not 40 amps. Got the new breaker in place, used my utility knife to cut the sheathing off the cable, and then I started bending the wire and guesstimated where I was going to land those wires. This particular breaker panel is bonded between the neutral and the ground, so it doesn't really matter where you land your ground and your neutral. It looks prettier if you separate them. So there's the 2 faces landed in the right breaker. I used the black and the red as the face, the white for the neutral, and the bare copper for the ground. Then I went ahead and turned all of the breakers off, because whenever I turned the main breaker on, I didn't want the load to kick on as soon as I turned the breaker on. Once the main was on, then I slowly started turning breakers on. Time to check the voltages, and voila, These are good looking voltages, not like the erratic ones that I had previously. Face to face I had 240. Face to neutral I had 120. The other face to neutral, 120. And I didn't show you here, but I also checked face to ground, and it was all 120. And it works. I feel much safer now. I hope this helps. See you in the next one.